So, Coach, what was the initial reaction like when they called your name on the scoreboard last night?
I think it was just pure elation. If you're out there and, I think they said on the TV, can you hear the roar in Fayetteville? And our team roared. It was a pretty exciting moment. Some literally, Mary, you just spoke to, jumped for joy. It was just a really cool moment. It was an awesome moment for our program. And just to feel that excitement from this group, it was just a really special night.
Were you guys expecting to host, or was it you just didn't know? Or?
We didn't know. I think that going into it, we knew we had a good shot. We knew our body of work was pretty solid, and our resume looked pretty good, especially with the ones that we were right around. And, when we saw Oklahoma go up and we weren't in there, we knew we had a really good shot. And then when we saw Alabama as the 12, and we have a very similar resume as them, we were pretty confident we were going to come up pretty shortly after Alabama, and we got the 13 seed, which is right behind Alabama's 12.
When you took over the program, obviously they were coming off a bad year. Your first year was understandably rough. Could you imagine being at this point this fast where you're hosting a regional?
No, I guess. No, but I knew the potential was here. And I knew that with some of our recruits, I think that they were going to make a difference. But when you look out at this team, it's a lot of the same faces. And it's just them making that commitment and putting the work behind wanting to move this program forward. And I give this group of student athletes all the credit, the ones that were here in year one to the ones that are new now. They have absolutely committed to pushing this group forward, playing together, and they've done that every day.
So there was a good buy-in, or what do you think have been the key elements?
Well, I think they wanted it, and I think that's the biggest thing is we can't want it for them. We can only be the catalyst to make them believe in themselves, but they have to believe in themselves and actually put the work in it and do it out on the field. We can't do it for them, and I think that's the biggest thing, even looking from year one to year two, is that they were hungry and they were ready for that next step, and then they have absolutely lived it every single day. And I think when you look at last year's group, they laid such a great foundation. They got us into postseason. We got dipped our toes in, got our feet wet a little bit, and then this group has elevated this program even more. And I am excited about the future.
What's been the influence of Autumn at third base in this team?
Oh, Autumn's just so solid for us. She's fearless. I think you have to have a fearless nature when you play third base in that hot corner, and she just does an incredible job for us there. She has such great range. She's done such a great job offensively of being steady for us. But that's the biggest thing that I'll say for Autumn is she's fearless, and she's just really, really steady.
No, you've got a pretty big footprint in California. How big have those California kids been?
Oh, they're huge for us. They're huge for us. But I think that's the coolest thing about our roster is that I think it's made up of 7 states, and there's strength across the country. And California is still obviously considered a hotbed, but we have some studs from all across the country, and I think that's the coolest thing.
Did you envision Hannah having a season like this?
Yeah. We knew she had just this special talent. We saw it early in her, and from the time she committed, she only got better. And she just is such a smart hitter, but she's just such a consistent player. And we absolutely knew that she had this in her.
Hey, Mary was saying you guys were the only SEC school to offer her a scholarship. What did you guys maybe see that others missed?
Well, she just has an incredible talent. She can spin the ball, and her mechanic is so great. But then beyond that, the intangibles that she possesses is on another level. She's incredibly confident. She's incredibly competitive. As you can see, in what she does day to day, she's incredibly composed. She has a presence that just spills out onto her teammates of just being in control of her emotions, control of what she does. And when you look at the game of softball, it starts in the circle. And what she does for us is incredible on a daily basis.
As a freshman, has she surprised you?
No, not at all. I think that's the best thing is from the first day I saw her and on her travel ball team, I knew she had the potential to be very, very big. And she has filled every expectation, gone past everything that I expected for her. But she's built for this. She's built for this stage. She's built to lead a team, and she's done an incredible job at that.
Is it safe to say you took the job expecting success ultimately, but maybe it's just come faster than you host a regional, just maybe not in 3 years?
Yeah, no, I think that when you when I took this job and looked, I knew that we had our work cut out for us. And when asked, what's the timeline? When do you think you can get there? And I was like, okay, well, I think we can be in the postseason by year 3. And this group had a different plan. They had us in the postseason in year 2, and then they just continued to elevate our program, and they continue to commit to the process. And so would I have imagined that we were hosting in year 3? No, but I'm excited, and this is exactly what this group has earned.
What do you know about Wichita State and DePaul and Oklahoma State?
Well, we're doing our research on DePaul. We aren't quite as familiar with them of recent. I've faced them a lot when I was at Louisville a few years back. We played Wichita State earlier this year, and they beat us 1-0. And Oklahoma State's a team that we've played in the fall, and we've typically had them on our schedule, but their team we play in the fall. So we're pretty familiar with Oklahoma State and Wichita State. They're very complete teams. They have explosive offenses, and as we're seeing with DePaul, they're just battle testing the postseason. I think Eugene does an incredible job with his team. They've been successful in the postseason as far back as I know, and they have great offensive numbers, and they have 2 pitchers that have thrown some really quality innings for them. So it's going to be a battle with everyone. We're putting all our focus in DePaul right now, and they're going to be a big opponent for us.
What about the job that Kayla Green's done at catcher? I know she's another one of those California kids.
Yeah, she's just done a really great job for us back behind the plate. It's a tough role that you have as a catcher, and it's an even tougher role as a freshman to take on, and the grind of this season. And she's just been really steady for us. She does a really good job of working with our pitching staff, and so she's just been really steady. And I think that's the biggest thing that you need from a catcher, is to be steady and be selfless, and that's exactly what Kayla is.
You have 13 SEC teams in the tournament. How much does that help prepare you guys playing that schedule?
Oh, that's exactly what the SEC does. It prepares you to be successful in the postseason. I know you hear it a lot, but it's like a super regional every weekend. And you just learn so many lessons in the course of a 24-game SEC season. There's games that you're not going to have be your best, and you have to find ways to win. There's games that you are very good and you don't win. And you just have to battle. And I think that our girls are battle-tested through our conference season. There's a lot of lessons we've learned through the ups and the downs. And I think one of the biggest things you learn in the conference is how to be resilient, how to fight through adversity, how to find ways to win in a lot of different ways, and our team's done a really good job with that.